ascend from the bitter water of the bottom of this well by hanging on the bucket of the Qur'an. O Joseph, this bucket was sent to the bottom just for you. The bottom of the well was enlightened because of Joseph. It became auspicious like the Garden of Eden. When you have fled for refuge to the Qur'an of God, you have mingled with the spirit of the prophets. The Qur'an is a description of the states of the prophets, who are fishes of the holy sea of divine majesty. And if you read and do not accept or take to heart the Qur'an, suppose you have seen the prophets and saints in person, what would avail you then? But if you are accepting of the Qur'an, when you read the stories, the bird, your soul, will be distressed in its cage. If the bird that is a prisoner in a cage is not seeking to escape from the cage, 'tis from ignorance. The spirits which have escaped from their cages are the prophets, those worthy guides. From without comes their voice, telling of religion and crying, This is the way of escape for you. By this way we escaped from this narrow cage. There is no means of escape from this cage but by taking this way, that you should make yourself ill and exceedingly wretched, in order that you may be let out from the cage of reputation. Worldly reputation is a strong chain. In the way, how is this less than a chain of iron? Ask the meaning of the Qur'an from the Qur'an alone, and from that one who has set fire to his idle fancy, and has become a sacrifice to the Qur'an, and is low, so that the Qur'an has become the essence of his spirit. The oil that has wholly devoted itself to the rose, smell either the oil or the rose as you please. I once said to a Qur'an reader, the Qur'an says, say if the ocean were ink, for writing the words of my Lord, it would certainly run out before the words of my Lord were finished, even if it was refilled with its equal. Now, for 50 drams of ink, one can write out the whole Qur'an. It is but a symbol of God's knowledge. It is not the whole of his knowledge. If a pharmacist put a pinch of medicine in a piece of paper, would you be so foolish as to say that the whole of the drugstore was in the paper? In the time of Moses, Jesus, and others, the Qur'an existed. That is, God's word existed. It simply was not in Arabic. This is what I tried to make that Qur'an reader understand. But when I saw that it was having no effect on him, I left. Whether he speaks Arabic or Persian, where is the ear and mind by means of which you should attain to the apprehension of what is said? His wine is not suitable to every mind. His ring is not subject to every ear. O you who are beyond my conception and utterance, dust be on the head of me and my similes. Your servant cannot refrain from depicting your absolute beauty. I'll be silent. I'll close my mouth so that this world won't become mixed up and confused. You cannot be explained with words. What can I say, more or less?